the great products made out of rubber from like the Gulf of Mexico. What about that Rubbermaid? I've always wanted these big rubber trash cans. You got to go through the whole process too. I always wanted these even before oh wow, this one ain't too big, eh? 10-gallon. It's pretty small now that I see. And I really bought it for 30 something dollars. Uh-oh. 20-gallon? Is it the 20-gallon one you wanted? Here's the 10-gallon one I think I bought. They're expensive, but it's a complete rubber trash can. It's made out of rubber. And they manufacture them. And I bought one. Brute. I'll have to see it when it gets here. I got a yellow one. They come in all different colors. Green, red. I got the yellow. That's coming. Blue. All different colors. The classic gray, I think, is what everyone knows it as. But the green, the red. Even the blue looks really nice. Red, I think, would be the one I'd want. 54 bucks for a 20-gallon. A 20 gallons like your traditional size that would be at school or elsewhere. That's what you don't realize. Just these trash cans were expensive over at the school. Oh man. This one's temporarily out of stock, but I just ordered the yellow one, so that one will come later on. I think I've made my final decision. I think I'm going to go with the OLight Balder Pro with the laser and what have you. Instead of the Valkyrie, which is just the flashlight, but the Valkyrie has strobe and everything. This one's almost the flashlight's almost as powerful as the Valkyrie's flashlight. But it's got the laser that's really nice. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to attach it to my shotgun, my 410 or what have you. But didn't have the laser. Does this one have the... No, it's not illegal. Because I was a dual citizen, you know how the Americans are allowed to bring up their guns if they come up here for hunting or something like that? I have an exemplary shotgun. It's a single shot 410. They're very rare. Only Staximili has one. And then some RPAL and PAL holders. And I have my legal antique revolver. My legal, it's now grandfathered in. He's got his legal antique revolver. But this flashlight is for my shotgun. It needs a flashlight to blind anything, and then it also needs the laser to get the accuracy. This one has the flashlight to blind the person, or not the person, but the animal, whatever. And then you have the laser to ensure the accuracy. So Staximili's now getting his attachments and all that, similar as to how the Americans, they all got their attachments. I can't wait to get it. I think I'm going to get it. It's got a little side button there. You just click it. Boom, it's on. Laser, yada, yada. It's really bright enough to blind you. This one's not rechargeable though. That's the only thing that was setting me off, was that how it's not rechargeable and all that. They got the Balder Mini, that's for handgun. Well, this one's for handguns too. This one's, I guess, for a more compact. Believe it or not, it even has the laser right in the flashlight. It even has the laser right in the flashlight. For some reason, the Balder Pro and the Balder RL are not rechargeable. But the Valkyrie, which is a very strong flashlight but no laser, is rechargeable. But he wants the very powerful flashlight with the accuracy of the laser, so that I can ensure my survival or whatever, in case anything were to attack me where I would need to deter it. And the laser and the light combo really does help you keep the stay on accuracy when you're firing, but also it will deter and blind the thing that is either attacking or etc. You can even use it to spotlight. It's not even a you don't have to just use it as that. There was a guy way back in Teeswater that taught me a lot. That taught me a lot about the flashlights. Tom didn't know much about the flashlights or anything, and then he turned. One time I said, "What the hell is that over there?" Because that's what the flashlight's purpose is. It makes you kind of like a deer. You're wondering, what the heck is that over there? Oh, that's a firearm. Boom. Because when the deers see the flashlight, that's what they tried to do to me. I learned this. I said, what the hell is that flashlight right there? It's a big bright light. What is that big bright light? He had one of those deer hunter lights. Next thing you know, I said, Tom, you better move. That's a rifle. He's got his light on to purposely. He had my head sticking up just like a deer. Ask him. He's OPP. He had my head. That's when I learned that, oh, Tom, you need your firearm. You need your light. All that. Because they're taking advantage of animals and all that. Yeah. That's when he learned that not only are deer susceptible, but humans are too. Can you imagine your mom sticking her head up in that's what they do to people. So you got to watch out. Your mom's got to have a gun in her purse or something or a flare gun. I always even recommended even a flare gun or pepper spray. But as you know, flare guns aren't enough. Flare guns are only going to deter the most idiotic animals. Not even a raccoon. Like a raccoon, yeah, they're going to deter the animal if they think it's because the animal thinks, uh-oh, he's got something that could kill me or whatever. But once an animal knows you can't kill them, they take advantage. And humans are big on taking advantage because they preach take advantage on everything, right? But as you know, you can't just take advantage of people. There's law and order as well. I'm all for taking the legal advantage, I think it is called. Law and order, and you got to take the legal advantage. You don't even have to do a bunch of paperwork or nothing, but it's best to do that. Now he understands the whole paperwork. Everything you do should either be written down or recorded. so that it's not only just about the monetization or anything, it's also about the proving about the law. Once you can prove something under law, then you're not going to be held accountable for anything that you didn't do. So if you're doing nothing but good stuff, record your good stuff that you're doing some way. Some people write it down, some people tell their family or tell their lawyer or tell some other affidavit type of person or what have you. Some people they record it on video. Some people do it all different ways. There's all different types of depositions, legal depositions, statements. But you do got to watch some of those, just those little verbal, written, utterly statements or what have you. Sometimes people can just utter things like that happened in my case. They wrote down a whole bunch of false statements. But they thought that was everything. They thought, oh, all you got to do is lie on the papers with all these false statements, and they're going to throw me in prison for life. But then when it gets to court, they say, whoa, 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 these are false statements. Those are lies. Here's the real facts. We even have video evidence and all that. We even have banking evidence. The evidence goes all the way back to your banking. Thank God our banks, they have all those, they send it every month in the mail, a statement, your bank statements. They do a big thing for you. You pay them $10 a month, and they make it so anywhere that you rented, you don't even have to write it down. Your bank keeps the statement. So the courts can look and say, hey, you're lying. He used to rent here and he was renting over there. Because believe it or not, there's mafias they'll say, he's been renting from us for 5 years and he's done for dinner or whatever. And then the courts say, no, he just moved in last month. What's this? Bullocks, right? They do that kind of stuff. That's what they try to do in Teeswater. They falsificate. It's like this weirdo identity. It's a full-out murder. When you watch Forensic Files or something and they kill the person and then they start messing with all their documentation and all that, that's what they try to do. So I've seen it. They try to they start out before they kill you. They even do it with the police. They start out this fake thing. They intimidate you all the way until you feel like that you're going to be trampled all over. And if you get trampled all over, then you're dead. And then they start altering your forensic files and all that, trying to make you look like a bad person, a person that it's all ways for them to get away with their murder. Whether they be a murderer, a mafia boss, somebody that does a lot of murders, only one murder, whatever. That's how I realized I was becoming a victim of it. When you can start to feel you haven't done anything wrong. You went from just being a normal, didn't do anything wrong. You're paying your bills, working your job for whatever company. You may even own your own company. Next thing you know, there's a whole group of them sometimes, whole families, even sometimes whole towns, including the local police and all that. They're starting to write a fake story on you, and you can feel it. And all that or whatever. That's when you're becoming a victim. They're going to victimize you. Especially if you don't own a firearm. They take advantage of the women or the men that don't have firearms. I never understood, how'd they get that guy or they're not just prostitutes, but they have these beliefs like they don't carry a firearm, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And then they get killed by these more ones that have these different beliefs. So there's a whole belief system with it. And either side, the bad people are in power, the good people have power, and sometimes good people do. There's when the whole world turns against you, sometimes you could become a sacrifice unless you could fight back against it. That can happen too. There is sacrificial lambs. We've seen it with Jesus. We see it with not even Jesus. Every year there's like these new sacrificial lambs that sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. Everybody's been guilty of a little bit of maybe smiling one time when somebody had an unfortunates or something like that. So we have our unfortunates that happen, but then eventually unfortunates happen to everybody and what have you. It's part of the, just like a little girl can ride a roller coaster and whatnot. Everybody experiences some sort of unfortunate events eventually. It seems like no matter who you are, it seems like everybody, almost most everybody, gets a good laugh and what have you, and then eventually everybody has to suffer. Some people more than others, some people quicker than others, some people longer. It all comes down to what you're going to do to alter your dick long, Yeah, he misses the U.S. I wish I could go back and forth. I said, give me a Nexus pass. They didn't want me to be that guy. So we obviously, everybody, all the citizens want me to be able to like go to US, go to Canada, have my Nexus, but then the government says no. So we obviously have people in the government that don't care about us. One sec. Hello? Hi. Can you meet me in the lobby? Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm coming right now. Thank you, sir. Where the Canadian flag is? Right in that front door. Okay, I'm coming now. I'm coming now.